Would you like to shape the future of housing in the city of White Bear Lake? Join us for a few minutes to find out how you can do that.
Housing is an important part of our community's infrastructure. Beyond just the buildings we see, it affects who lives in a community, the vitality of our local economy, the amount of tax revenue we have to fund our services, and more. Housing is more than just having shelter. Stable, safe housing can be the difference between keeping your job and unemployment. It affects our mental and physical health. Housing costs determine how much money we have left over for basic needs, and it affects our children's educational outcomes. Housing options are often determined by the private market. Still, city governments can play an important role in guiding the type available, where it is developed, and creating programs to support residents' housing needs. White Bear Lake has been evolving for centuries. This was a hunting and harvesting home for the Dakota and Ojibwe people. It became a resort getaway for mid-19th century St. Paulites. In the early 20th century, it was a thriving transportation hub, and in the 1950s, a booming suburb of St. Paul. As we look to the future, we need to plan for changing housing needs to ensure that our residents can thrive. Because the community has no open space remaining for additional large-scale developments, creating housing becomes more challenging and requires strategic planning for new or redeveloped housing. Our data has demonstrated that in the last 30 years, the makeup of our households has changed dramatically. Currently, the average age of the population is increasing, and this trend will likely continue for the foreseeable future. As residents age, do we have affordable housing available if they wish to downsize or need to move to maintenance-free living? While many people think of a home as a detached, single-family house, homes take many shapes and forms. Nearly 40% of our households live in something other than a single-family unit, such as a townhome or apartment, and over 30% rent their home. Residents have a variety of choices, but do we have the right mix to serve future needs? Are there alternatives we don't have? Do we need to consider tiny homes, pocket neighborhoods, or smaller-scale apartments? Housing costs have a huge impact on the city, and they are on the rise in White Bear Lake. In one period from 2018 to 2019, average rents rose 7%, while there was a rental vacancy rate of 2.1%, far below the 5% vacancy rate that is considered a balanced market. Since the market low in 2011, the median home sales price in the city has increased nearly 90%. With housing cost increases outpacing wage increases, will our teachers, firefighters, and other essential workers be able to afford to live in the community they serve? And if they can't, what does that mean for our schools, public safety, and local employers? The pandemic and ensuing economic challenges have reinforced how crucial housing is to a decent quality of life, and underscores the challenges many people face in securing housing that meets their needs. As you can see, there is a lot to consider when thinking about the future of housing, and we've barely scratched the surface. We want to know what you think. Will there be housing to meet your future needs? If you are a parent, would your kids be able to find or afford housing here when they leave the nest? Can your neighbors make ends meet? Or does the cost of living make it difficult to get by? Are there enough potential employees living in the area to retain and attract businesses? Please take the survey and share your insights. This will help inform future priorities. If you're really interested in White Bear Lake's housing future, apply to be a part of the Housing Task Force, which will examine data including the survey results, learn from housing experts, and present the City Council with recommendations for policies, priorities, and programs to help shape what home looks like in White Bear Lake for years to come. Visit whitebearlake.org/housing to learn more about the survey, housing report, and Housing Task Force.